Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today, we are taking a look at a Marvel Legends figure, which I don't do all that often, but Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus, or Doc Ock, as they have for some reason decided to call him on this packaging, is one of the greatest live-action villains that Marvel has ever produced. So I had to have this figure. It's weird that this is Spider-Man 2 packaging because this is his appearance from No Way Home, not Spider-Man 2. But I don't care. Whatever. I just had to have this figure. And I'm super stoked to be opening it up because the tentacles are finally the kind of Dr. Octopus tentacles we've been wanting on a figure for 20-something years now. Let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. You know, Hasbro has a tough time with Marvel Legends because I think trying to please, there are just too many different factions or whatever of people to try and please with these. But I love the MCU figures. That's, in a weird way, that's my favorite extension of the Marvel Legends because I don't know why. You know, I really can't explain why. I'm not sure. I just, for some reason, well, part of it is because most of them are 100% new tooling, and you see the value a lot more clearly than you do with the comic book-based Marvel Legends. And I understand budgeting and everything else, and I know very well why some comic book Marvel Legends are these complex, gorgeous works of art. Oh, well, that'll just come right out of there. And some feel like cheap rehashes that don't use any of the right parts and that don't make any sense. I'm not saying it's okay, but I understand why the line is like that. Whereas with these MCU releases, man, we get enough tape on here, you think? These MCU releases are very, very different because they can't use, I'm just going to rip these out of here because this is just a very annoying way to have packaged these. You know, the live action stuff can't reuse tooling as much. I mean, granted, we do still get plenty of repaints in the line. But usually even the repaints have some minor retooling. I don't know. It's just easier to see the value in this line than it is in the comic book line. And that's not to say the comic book line doesn't put out some of the best toys every year, because it certainly does. Just because I don't focus on it as much doesn't mean it's an inferior line in any way. Oh, man. So are his glasses are not removable. That's kind of surprising. Unless we've got an alternate portrait in here. Which, by the way, if you have the option of doing removable glasses or just an alternate head with glasses, just do the alternate head. I don't need removable glasses on anything ever. It's just annoying. Got a number of different oh gosh, this is very exciting. I love this. Hands. So let's the sturdiness of the tentacles is, of course, one of the big oh, I love the detail of, man, these are stiff. They have to be, because you're supposed to be able to accomplish him being supported in the air by the tentacles. How are these even... This is a new... It's going to sound goofy to say new... I don't want to rotate these. I mean, I feel like they have to be... You have to be able to rotate them. But they don't seem to want to. Man, these are stiff. But they look fantastic. All right, well, first of all, let's take a look at this portrait. Looks tremendous, and you can see his eyes through the smoky lenses of those goggles or glasses, whatever they are. The hair looks tremendous. Looks great. So what I was looking at is look at the sculpted tears in the back of his jacket. That's a really nice touch. Of course, he's got your standard Marvel Legends articulation. Oh, this is... So the jacket is 2 pieces. Wow. I gotta say, I kind of didn't expect that. I thought this would just be sculpted as part of this. This is actually 2 pieces. Huh. And the support brace piece here is a separate piece as well. Very dull colors, but accurate, you know, to the character. I cannot even... I don't know that I'm expressing well enough just how stiff these tentacles are and how much I'm worried about just ripping them out of his back. I can't imagine how they're attached to be sturdy enough, because, I mean, they're bendy, they hold their pose, they work, but they are very, very tough. So yeah, it appears that they do not rotate in the back, which again, I don't see how they could, because it would just make the connection point to his back too weak. I would love, hopefully somebody out there does a video where they just rip this coat off and take a look at how these are connected in the back. Because I really do want to see it. I want to know, because they're solidly in there. Again, they have to be. Shoes. Nice sculpt. I guess we can do a little zoom in now. Treads look great. Sculpting on this piece looks really good. He's got his thick physique. And the figure looks fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted out of this figure. Standard leg articulation, you can see here. I'm not even going to mess with it, because that's not what we're even here for, right? There are the holes. Okay. So they do have holes like your traditional bendy pieces do. I just didn't notice them at first. This is just a much thicker, more resilient plastic than any bendy I've ever put my hands on. Which, again, it has to be. So let's check out this figure's balance. Because he has to be able to stand on his own and not just the supported tentacle stance. I guess we'll zoom back out, because there's not, sculpt and detail-wise, to be honest, there's not a ton to look at. So I think he's going to need a little wider stance. Look at that. No support. No support from those bottom tentacles. He is just standing up. Now, I'm not saying put him on the middle of your shelf with a bunch of figures around him like this, because we all know, like, at some point... Oh, wow, he's pretty secure, though. I'm impressed. I'm super impressed with the balance of this figure. Okay. You know what I'm not impressed with, however, is we don't have any articulated octopus claws. That seems weird to me. Oh, wait, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay, cool. So we've got these turn into little stabbers. Great. So we've got 2 of those. We've got the 2 support ones that will, when you want him supported by these, which we'll do in a minute to see how it works, but I have a feeling it's going to work really well. I'll use those, and then these I just so happen to have a Toby because I just can't. I can't bring myself. I love these Spider-Mans so much. I can't bring myself to take them off my workbench. You can kind of wrangle around with that. It doesn't like snap into place, but you can certainly make this work. Okay. And then he's got sort of his open hands that I don't even plan to be using for anything. So let's put some of these on and see what we get. I guess really I just want to do... Put our articulated ones up top here. Oh, and they slide right on. Oh, that's great. I love that. I was afraid these would be... it's really just friction keeping them on. It's not... Look at that. That's great. So friction keeps these on. They're not plugged in or anything, which I really appreciate. So now let's see if we can get this guy standing up. I gotta think for them to have made such a big deal out of how he was going to work, I have to think the balance and the engineering and everything is here. Again, friction just plugs right in. There's no, if you can see, there's not like a peg, or it's not larger at the top, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's going to take some doing to get it balanced right. So that maybe needs to go a little further back. These, I think we need more weight going towards the back here. Or maybe these kind of go up around him a little bit more. Oh, yeah, I think I might have found it. Yes, there it is. Obviously, you can probably do a lot more than just this, but I wanted to get that one supported by the arms pose to be sure, and just so you can see the height. That's what we're talking about there. That's how high off the ground he is. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Another, as I have said, and look, there may be a couple little things here and there where this figure perhaps isn't exactly the super best Dr. Octopus that everybody would want for all time, but my gosh, it gives me what I've wanted from this character since the movie came out in a very satisfying way. The arms are articulated. They do, they do all the things that I want my Dr. Octopus arms to do. This is fantastic. Great job, Hasbro. If they do another version, if they do a true Spider-Man 2 version without the shirt on, with maybe an alternate portrait, because this portrait is very clearly an older Alfred Molina from No Way Home. He doesn't look quite the same as he does in Spider-Man 2. I would buy another one of these just because I'm so happy with how this turned out. And because I think Spider-Man 2 still stands as one of the greatest superhero movies, comic book adaptations that's ever been made. So there you go. Dr. Octopus, Dr. Otto Octavius, realized in perhaps the best way we've ever seen. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. Just enjoy toys. Let yourself be thrilled by new things, by things that, the technology of 2024 is allowing. I realize this is a 2023 figure. I just didn't get around to it till now. Appreciate toys, So until next time, hello, Peter.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.